everybody. This is the Alyssa and Clarissa show. Explains it all. Alyssa and Clarissa explain it all.
Yay!
Yay. Welcome in. We are doing, what are we calling this?
Tips, tips for whatnot, I
Yes.
guess. Let's say that, right?
Yeah.
Alyssa
Uh,
and Clarissa's tips for whatnot.
yes. Kind of, yeah, just this is the WhatNot show for
This is a
today.
whatnot show. Briefly, we should maybe say what whatnot is and then like how we got into it. And let's do that. Is that cool?
Yeah,
I meant to say that before we
I know.
recorded,
I
but here
just
we are.
remembered that too.
Here we are. You go first.
So WhatNot is a reselling platform, a selling platform very similar to eBay, but it's live auctions. You get to have a whole show.
Mhm.
There's a lot more to it to that, but that's the basis of what it is, I guess. Do you have anything else to add to that part?
I think of it as like, what if millennials invented a home shopping network?
Oh my God. Yes.
We would be like, sure, calling into the TV is fine, but what if I could just keep talking the whole time?
Yep. Live with your chat the whole time.
Exactly.
It's so fun.
It
Yes.
is. It is really fun. How did you get into it?
I literally kept just seeing things on TikTok.
Mm,
And it popped up, and I was at my like absolute lowest point in my life, and I was like, let me just see what this is. Like, I'm just curious, you know? And I got it, and I think honestly, like Fifth Dimension was one of my very first people that I started following. Like Mr. Daily Picker was another one. Um and I just was I got hooked. It's
on the
so
storage aspect or on
Yes,
all of it?
I did because there was no witch category. There was no,
Sure.
there still isn't a witch category, but
Right. There still isn't for now.
yes, for now. But yeah, so I get in, people buy storage units, and it's like somebody's whole like house and life and everything, and
Hmm.
they just start selling everything for like $1 or $2, and you could. Some people were finding units that witches owned, and so I was getting like tarot cards for $1. Like it was amazing. So it got very, very addicting very fast. So there's your warning for that.
Yeah. Be very careful which card you put on the old swiper.
Exactly. Yes.
I um I found it like similarly. They really were hitting me with the marketing, but I was buying a lot of crystals and things. I was editing an audiobook and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I feel like I'm sitting here all by myself. I don't feel like I want to do this because like I just feel alone in my room and I didn't like it." And then I found this lady who was talking about crystals and how she bought out an old shop that had magic stuff. And I was like, oh, I like her. I'm going to keep her on. And then she ended up doing like a 4 or 5 hour show, and it was you.
And you
But
were
moving on. So we thought that since we spend so much time on Whatnot and selling, and that's how we met each other and stuff, that we would do. And people ask us for tips. So
yeah.
we would do it our top like 5 or 6 tips or something. So here we are, right?
Yeah. Here we go.
Here we go. Here we go.
I'm starting. Yes.
Let's start with you.
All
Let's
right.
go for it. What's your
My
first
the first
thought?
thing is be consistent.
Oh yeah.
So being consistent, I think that that means like I do Witchy Wednesdays. So every single Wednesday, 7:30 Central Time, I am there no matter what. Every Thursday, 7:30, I am there no matter what. Like that is I have found for me, my niche, what I'm doing, that works 100% amazing for me.
Mm-hmm.
Your first few shows are gonna suck. You're not gonna have a lot of people in there sometimes. They're not gonna feel out the vibes. Like, and some even a year after are gonna suck. It's gonna happen. It's just the luck of the day, kinda, you know. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's my first one.
I would agree with you that being consistent and right out of the gate, just being like, I know this is going to suck, but if I just keep showing up, people will eventually also show up. It's very much if you build it, they will come. Like it's very Field of Dreamsy. They will show up. You just have to be there. Now, I will admit, I am often late to my own shows and I move my times. I am awful about that. But I still show up. So like if I have to move a show or something, I move a show. But my Monday shows, I don't skip those. I always have my Monday shows, which is my magic Monday. Then I think if you go into these crazy shows that just are not what you were hoping for, they just suck. Nobody shows up, you sell two things, whatever. But you got to determine why you're doing it. Like, you've heard of like people say, like, what's your why? What's your why? What's your reason? But really, why are you selling? What are you doing? Why are you doing this? It's not easy. Why do you want to do it? What's your goal? Like, is it, I want to make X amount of money every month? I want to be able to afford this or that. I want to fund my whatnot purchases. I want to always, like, every dollar I make, I want to donate to this cause, which we do have a friend who does that. Whatever it is. Or you're like, I need to replace income that I've lost, or I want to get rid of this other side gig and replace it. Um, Please don't tell me your goal from day one is to make this your full-time job. That's a bad plan, guys. Maybe one day, but bad plan from day one because there is a ramp up period for sure. So yeah, determine your why. Why are you doing it? What do you think about that?
Um, I think I want to start to tell you with what my why is, I guess. When I very first
Mm-hmm.
started, my first show was a Witchy Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
Because I hate going into witchy stores now because everything is so extremely overpriced and it's so hard to find like witchy stuff in the witchy community or whatever that's welcoming. There's a lot of gatekeepers in the witchy community that I wanted it to be a loving, yay, witchy, like that was why I
Yeah,
started. Yeah. And that was a year ago because I had my 1 year last week.
that
So,
was awesome.
um,
Yeah.
I it it has changed into in the winter time because in the winter time my psychic business goes down a little bit because people are, buying Christmas presents, whatever. It's very normal for
Mm-hmm.
any kind of self-care kind of niche or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So it was to pay my bills, and now
Yeah.
I'm definitely like I'm doing both now.
Yeah. Since I'm in the Chicago suburbs, I have such a different quantity of metaphysical stores in all the Chicago suburbs and in Chicago. Like there's just so many different kinds. So if there's a price I don't care much for, I'm sure I'll find it elsewhere for close enough to me. Close enough. Like I could deal with this pricing. I could. And if someone's maybe not so friendly in one shop, well, guess what? There's another shop. But we both know now that, and since you're near in Nebraska, there's a different number
Yeah.
of metaphysical shops because there's a different number of people. And then we have people who are in different areas of the country that they just don't have access to these books. We also have a lot of customers who are in very rural areas who don't have the time to go shopping in specialty stores, yes, because it takes 2 or 3 hours to get to one.
Yep.
But yeah, I have a lot of variety around me, but that doesn't mean that I can buy all of it because it's retail pricing and they have to keep their doors open. So
Yeah.
I'm with you. So you were like Witchy Wednesday, first thing.
Yeah. Well, I used to go live, or I used to do a radio show every single week for the number one radio station in Omaha. And it was
Hmm.
Witchy Wednesday. Every single week I did it. And it was for, I think it was like 7, 8 years I did that.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. And so I got very well known, like claiming the Witchy Wednesday thing. So I knew it was easy to just, I'm good to go on Wednesdays.
Yeah.
But
But
yeah.
that doesn't mean you had people show up instantly and start
Oh
buying
no.
you out.
No, no,
Yeah.
no. And
Yeah.
I for some reason started out like, yes, I did my witchy stuff, but I was like, let me try to like sell toys. I don't know why I did that. It was easy to find. Things like that were easy to find for me. But yeah, I hate selling toys now. It is not my thing.
I think that leads into something that you were going to say about
Inventory.
another tip.
Yeah.
Yeah, another tip. Go ahead.
Okay, well, I'll say that one. Okay, so
Yeah.
inventory is like If you have a massive amount of inventory, if you can get your hands on a massive amount of inventory, this app is amazing for that.
Yeah.
However, if you have to be like sourcing like we do, it is hard. It is not easy. It is a lot of hours on your phone, a lot of hours driving to wherever. Like I only have literally four witchy stores within 2 hours of me. That's it. And I don't like all of them, you know? So
And if
it,
you buy from a retail witchy store, how much are you going to have to sell it for to make any kind of money to make it
right.
worthwhile?
And I probably won't sell it because of
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Hmm.
So,
You have to sell it at a loss, and that's not the point, right? You
yeah.
really could start with any kind of inventory,
Mhm.
but you have to decide, how much you really want to put. Do I really want to start out with everything? Like, do I want to stop? What if I hate this? So, in hindsight, would you say start with what you have
Yeah.
already, or okay?
Yeah.
Or if you have come across some large quantity of something, go with that,
Yeah.
like already, but don't dive
Don't
in
go
with,
like buying storage units right off the
yes,
because I mean I that could be a whole video, but
yes.
yeah,
Good.
if you don't know if you're gonna hate it, like there's so many people, even that we know that like start out and they're like, "Ooh, I just don't like doing it," and that's okay. That's okay. You don't have to like doing it, but you can enjoy hanging out with us. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
your energy is what matters. Like I could go back into human design, how as a projector that is a ginormous factor into it, but it is with anyone. Like if you are having a bad day and you go to do a show, it's going to come off that way. So reschedule your show. Don't do it that day. Do it at a different time when you know that you can be okay. Um, yeah, I think that that is a big
I
thing.
think that's really good. And also, if you're in a really sociable, like excitable mood and you're like, wow, I'm just in like a crazy good mood. And I know that doesn't happen to us all the time. That's not common, but who knows? Maybe you just did a lottery scratcher and you won $10. You're like, holy shit, I'm in a great mood. What do I do with this? Do a pop-up.
Yep.
Like go on for an hour and be like, hey, I'm in a freaking great mood. Who what are you guys doing? And you're kind of like just sell some stuff or just do your pop-up. And if you don't sell anything, what you've put out there is this great energy and
Yeah.
someone will see it and someone will remember it. We understand that this is sales and that sales is not a bad word. People don't like that the word sales. They don't like it. They think that being sold something is like, oh, I'm being persuaded to do something I don't want. And that is not what we're talking about. That is not what we want. But when you know what kind of store you are, you can know what kind of customers you're looking for and how you want to sell to them. Everyone sells, like full stop. Everyone is in sales in some capacity in their life. Every parent is selling broccoli to their children. you know
Hmm.
like every spouse is selling the place they want to eat at or the fact that they don't want to pick a place for dinner to their spouse. Like everyone is having that conversation, some kind of persuasive conversation. But every day we sell ourselves too. Like we have to you have to know that you're convincing people to give you their money that they earned. This is important. So you're not persuading them to part with their money for something stupid. You're like, I found this thing. Do you want it? Would that please you? Did that make you happy? I have this thing. Do you want this thing? My tip is that like sales is not scary. Sales is good. You have to have it.
Yeah. I think that people think sales and they think telemarketing.
Hmm.
And I did that for that's what 10 years of my life was.
Oh, I've done
um,
cold calling. Yeah.
yeah. Um,
That'll make you cry.
I didn't mind it. I didn't have, I mean, whatever, we can talk about that a different day. But yeah, sales is not a bad thing because I live an hour away from any big city. So I am never going in to shop, especially now. Like the pandemic definitely helped a lot of this, but like I can order everything. Once I could finally order my almond milk in the mail, like to get to my house, I was like, I don't have to ever leave. I got it. Life is good. Like that's what mine was.
That is like the most projector thing you've said so far today. It's like, you mean I don't have to talk to people? And I'm like, but the people, don't you want to see the people? And you're like, no,
Yep.
I want to talk to the people through my screen. I'm like, I want to talk to them any way I can get at them. Oh my God, that's so funny. No, I'm with you. Sales is not a bad thing. You're filling a void for someone,
Yeah.
and that's not bad. That's good.
And it's so fun. Like the things
It
that
is.
we find, it's not like
Mm-hmm.
since we have developed our niche with like the witchy things, like
Mm-hmm.
Alyssa does a lot more like jewelry and oh yeah, jewelry is becoming a big thing for you.
Yeah.
I am mainly books, but it's just become such a like fun thing to be like, oh my God, look at this book. I've been looking for it forever. Like, I don't know, I enjoy it a lot.
I do too.
Yeah.
We both also do all kinds of books. So I think that kind of might lead us into is it leading us into our last couple ones here?
Okay, yeah, my last one that I got, which is my most important thing, is community is
Yeah.
everything. It's everything. Um,
Unity is everything.
there's I got some statistics. WhatNot is a 60% reselling app, and 40% of it is social networking. So if you do not get that social networking down as a seller, if you are not like engaging and developing a community, you only have that 60% going on. You're not going to be all of it, you know?
Yes. I agree. And that it's interesting you found that statistic. I wasn't aware of that one before you said it, but it makes total sense. And then that little moment of them being like, yes, someone found this. I don't have to go find it.
Yeah.
And it happened to be Alyssa who found it, or it happened to be Claire who found it. Um, there is something really special about that. And if you do have a salesperson that you've ever liked, it's the same as having like a teacher that you've always liked, or you always want to go back to that person. You always want to go back and be like, well, I only buy my cars from this salesperson, or I only like to buy my phones from this person. And when they're not there, you're like, well, I'll come back. Like, I want to have them be the one to connect me to the thing because you like that interaction, like that connection. And to marry that with social media is like, duh, duh. Like, of
Mhm.
course you would do that, you know? Um, and I agree with you that building community and that social media aspect, if you're going to be on Whatnot, you need to be buying on Whatnot. If you want to sell on Whatnot, you need to buy on Whatnot. It drives me bonkers. Huge pet peeve when someone wants to bring people to their shows, but they don't go in other shows to buy. How do I get people? How do I get people? I don't know. Become a customer. Have a connection with them. Why should anyone come see you? You don't go buy from anyone else. And if you can't go buy, you need to go to the show. You need to have your name on there. You need to give them viewership. That's what you need to offer. If you cannot offer buying something, you need to offer your time. Absolutely. Don't you think? That's how you build that
Yeah.
community in one way. Yeah.
Interaction and like modding for other people. That's how you can kind
Can
of,
you explain what modding is in case people don't
yeah.
know that phrase?
So we have moderators for every show, and they are the people, it just says mod next to their name. They're the ones that kind of can help the seller out, like behind the scenes a little bit, you know. And like the only thing that's coming to my mind because this is what I mod for all the time is palette shows for books. So people are sitting there like, I want the red book in the corner, blah blah blah. And if the seller misses that, I am the one that has to make sure that the seller sees what they want. So it
Yes.
keeps the sales going. I don't know why, but I find it extremely like non-draining, easy to mod. And I'm realizing that a lot of projectors also are the same. But I
Because you've been invited.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
to interject.
Yeah.
Can you please interject on my behalf? And you're like, I mean,
Yeah.
say no
Yeah.
more. Yes. Well, but I'm not allowed to moderate in your shows.
She's a terrible mod, everyone. She's terrible at
Now, why do you think I'm a terrible mod? Because I have people who say I'm a great mod.
because you can hide messages sometimes. Alyssa, instead of hiding it, she announces it. So the whole 50 people or whatever can read it.
I have been known to do that. I get I get a little quick on the and I kind of slip and I miss it. Yeah, but we do have some friends who will show up and they just are set up as automatic moderators in our shows and they come in and we all support each other and
Go K-Roll!
hero. Yes, actually she could have an entire podcast about how to support everyone because our friend Carol is
For real.
like if you're doing your show and then you see the things that she'll come up with as a moderator to say, you're like, oh my God, I didn't even remember that I have this raid train coming up. This, and we'll explain what raid trains are too. This exciting show tomorrow. Like I would have forgotten to mention it. We love
It's
you,
a
Carol.
very easy way to get exposure. Like whenever, say, K-Roll has not had a show yet. Whenever she goes to have a show, there's going to be a shit ton of people in there because she is very well known. She is the mod for so many of us. Like
Yep.
amazing.
I
But
can't wait
that's,
to sell her out one
I
day.
know.
It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
It's gonna be awesome. But yeah, yeah, that those mods. That's a great way though, you're right, to be seen on other shows. And if you can't buy for someone, you can moderate for them and then they will ask people to follow you.
Yep.
You know, no man is an island, says John Donne, but there's a reason that's an enduring quote, right? It's like you can't do business by yourself.
Mm,
You need people. And that social media aspect of it, when people ignore it, I'm like, good luck. Because if you were a brick and mortar store and you don't work with the community, you're closed in 30 days. You're closed in under a year without question. If you're not going to work with the community, if you're not going to build your own community of people, if you're not going to get people to come back and keep buying from you, what are you doing?
yeah.
Right?
So true.
How many people have you bought from and you never go back into their shows again? Because
A lot.
me too. A lot. I'll buy something and I have no memory of who I bought it from. And I buy so much now on Whatnot that I can't go back and find out who that was. And it was because they sold me one thing. That was it. They didn't show up in my show to say hi. They didn't follow me back. They didn't,
They don't stick in your head because they
yeah,
didn't make that connection
they
and
didn't engage on the
Mhm.
social aspect of it.
Yeah.
You got to have that community.
Yep. Very important. Networking, all of it. So, what's your last one?
Be yourself. You have to be you. Um, you can't imitate other sellers. You can borrow and make it work for yourself, but you have to be you because if people are going to spend their money, you have to be the reason why. You can buy anything from anyone anytime, right? That's kind of the beauty of buying online. It's like you can get this from anybody. Um, why are they buying it from you? Like, why am I getting a tarot reading from Alyssa? Why am I getting an astrology reading from Claire? Why did I choose this person today? And maybe that person who buys from you doesn't even know why they're choosing you. That's fine. But if I'm being authentically me, if I'm being who I am, then I can keep doing it. It's not something I need to fake. I don't have to come up with a persona for the day. I'm just being me and that's it. Like if people buy stuff from the seller, they're not buying stuff because no one else in the whole world has this because they do. I'm sorry. They
Or
do.
eBay does. you know, like,
Right?
yeah.
Exactly. Or they have no person.
Mhm.
Yeah. People buy on here because they want a connection.
Yeah. Yeah.
If they don't want a connection, they go elsewhere.
Yep.
For sure. Also, like when you sell art on here, people will be like, oh, well, my art is definitely different and no one else has it. That's true, but there's other art. There's other art. Why are they buying from you? I do me. I never have sold the way I was trained to sell. I always took it and filtered it through my own thing. And then I had to leave that job at some point because I stopped doing it the way they wanted me to. Um,
So true. I definitely relate to that a lot. And I think that I don't know if I've like left the job. I've been fired a lot, but like
well, that's what I meant by
yeah.
left the
Yeah.
job. It's been suggested I should
Yeah.
leave for not following the
I
rules.
work on the connection. Every
Yes.
single, like back in the day, it was
Yes.
every single call. I would be like, how can I get in there? How can I know this
Yeah.
person? How can I,
Yeah.
So yeah.
And that's how we are now on the shows. And I think that's a natural thing for people like us who are I'm very fascinated by other people and and I love being someone who gets them what they need, gets them what they want, helps them feel better than they did before they came into my show, or before they interacted with me. And since that's part of who I am and part of my goal, that's kind of part of my why as well. And that's part of our community building is like, I would like people, it's like if they walked into my store, I would like them to leave happier than they were before they came in. So if they're satisfied because they got entertained or they learned something or they bought something, I just want them to leave happier. And since that's my goal, sometimes I make good money and sometimes I make less money, but we had a great show. So if you had a final thing, what would your thing be? I'm like reshuffling stuff. What was your final, and it could be something you've already said. Like, what's your main thing?
My main thing is the community. Like, make sure you are making friends. That's the whole point of the app. Like, yes, if you have a massive amount of inventory, the point is to sell the inventory. I get it. But if you're going to continue selling inventory, you got to make friends. You have to. So that's my main do that. Because it can be with anyone. Like, I'm like you said this kind of earlier, like I am not going to be like vibing with this certain person, but 80 million other people do, so it doesn't matter, like you are going to find your people that want to be around you, like your energy. They don't get annoyed with your weirdness, they love your weirdness, in fact, and they will come back every single show because of that. So yeah.
I'll piggyback on that and say mine is that you need to be authentically you. And that's how you get that community. Anyway, so there's our WhatNot commercial.
Yeah, I think it was good. I mean, we needed to talk about this because this is how we met. I mean, we've never met in real life,
Mm-mm.
and this is why we're doing this channel. So we needed to explain it in case you didn't know about it and
Yeah.
help if needed. So I think this was a good one.
Hey,
Yeah,
when we do meet in real life, what if we're like,
I doubt it.
wouldn't that be funny though?
Let's record it. I'm gonna like kick.
Oh, hi.
Ah, yes.
All right. You want to sign us off?
Yeah. So thank you all so much for listening. We appreciate you all so freaking much. Make sure you're liking, subscribing, following, sharing, all of that stuff. But yes, thank you for the Alyssa and Clarissa Explain It All show. Thank you.
Did you just trip over your own name?
I did because I
Do you
never
want
say that.
do you want to try it again? Take two? I'm just kidding.
No. Nope.
I'm trying to escape. I'm like, she can't say her own name. Help. Bye.
Bye.